Hey guys, good morning. Guys, if you can see my screen, just type S in the chat box so that we can get started. Great. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this session of waiting mechanism, where so far I covered the waiting mechanism in such a way that the normal Java waiting mechanism I covered. Then in Selenium waiting mechanism, I covered implicit wait. And in explicit wait, I covered the normal WebDriver wait mechanism. Now comes to Fluent wait. Okay, the advanced version of wait. Do we have to use this Fluent wait in real time, or WebDriver wait is enough? If you want to specially wait for a particular element that I have explained yesterday, okay, do we have to use Fluent wait, an advanced version of the wait? Though Fluent wait is an advanced version of the wait, WebDriver wait is more than enough. But for learning point of view, I'll cover Fluent wait at a high level. Okay. We don't use Fluent wait. Okay. In place of WebDriver wait, we can use Fluent wait, but it is not generally used in real time because it is an advanced version of wait that is not required. Okay. So that's the thing, guys. That's the thing. Yes, it will be asked in the interviews. Yes, correct. Fluent wait will be asked in the interviews, though we don't use in real time. It will still be asked in real time. So what is the difference? How fluent wait is an advanced version of the wait? You see, for doing a small thing, you did not do it in a bigger way, right? The simplest way may be there. That will be enough, right? That will be enough. So fluent wait is an advanced version of wait. So you know that much thing is not required actually in our Selenium automation for explicitly waiting for an element. Okay, that level of advancedness is not required for waiting for element using Fluent wait, when WebDriver wait is more than enough for our needs in our real time. Fine. Let's say, guys, let's say you want to put a hole onto the wall. What are the things that you need? If you want to put a hole just for a photo frame, you want to put a photo frame on your wall and you want to make a small hole, what are the items you need? Yes, hammer and nail is correct. Do you need a drilling machine? Do you need a drilling machine for that? Okay. For putting a small hole on my wall where I would like to, just hang a frame there, I just need a hammer and nail, as Kumari said, right? But do I need a drilling machine for that small purpose? What do you say, guys? Do we need a drilling machine? Yes or no? Interact with me in the chat box, guys. I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at the chat and just seeing like how many people are active here. Let's be active so we'll learn in a better way. Yeah, the answer is no, right? For putting a small hole, hammer and nail are enough, but you don't need a drilling machine to put that small hole. The same thing happens in Selenium automation where if you want to wait for, especially wait for a particular element, normal hammer and nail are required. That is WebDriver wait, okay, that we generally use in real time. But Fluent wait is like a drilling machine, which is not required to put a small hole. Okay, we generally have to put a small hole in our Selenium automation scripts using WebDriver wait, but we don't need to drill it with the help of drilling machine for that small hole. Hence, Fluent wait is not used in real time much, but it is learned because Selenium library has provided it and it will be asked in the interviews also. So explain about Fluent wait and all those stuff. So let me cover that. Okay. So how to use the Fluent wait? So I'll make it very simple, this particular thing. So here we have waiting mechanisms demo, right? The same waiting mechanisms demo. I'll create a new. class. Okay. So here normal explicit wait demo I created yesterday here. Here I'll write down Fluent advanced explicit wait demo. Okay. Fluent advanced explicit wait demo with main method I'll create. Click on finish. It will be created. Now, so here what I will do here is inside this main method, I'll write the Selenium automation code that is Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Pour the mouse on this Chrome driver and we need to import it from Selenium library. If you're not getting the import statement, you're getting import statement, all fine. You can select it or say Control Shift O, anything is fine. Driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Then driver dot get. I'll provide this application URL. Let's say I would like to go to the same omaya.blogspot.com application. Today I'll give you an assignment, guys. Okay. Yesterday I didn't give you the assignment, but today I'll give you the assignment because we'll be completing this entire thing about this waiting mechanism. So from what time I was not giving you the assignments, let me see. CSS selectors, I gave the assignments and all, but this waiting mechanism topic only, I'm not given assignment. But today I'll give you the assignments for all the yesterday's session. That is whatever the sessions I covered, right? And also this session where, Sanjay session also I have not given any assignment. Okay. I'll just give some assignments. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Waiting mechanism. Okay. So here is the thing, Fluent wait. We are at the Fluent wait. So just remind me, guys, at the end of this session, I'll give you some assignments. Fine. Without any delay, I'll open this application, omaya.blogspot.com application. And here I'll go here and provide this application URL here. Then after providing this application URL, the same automation script I will do. That is, I would like to click on this drop-down button. And with a delay, I'll get these options. I have to wait for this flip cut option with the help of Fluent wait. That's what I want to do. Especially wait for the flip cut option. You know why explicit wait is required when compared to implicit wait that you require. When you want to specially wait for an element for more time or something, we generally go with the explicit wait. Implicit wait will just stop at either 5 seconds or 10 seconds or maximum 15 seconds. Okay. If some elements are taking more than that time, we generally explicitly wait for that kind of elements. So then we have to go for a normal explicit wait or advanced explicit wait like a Fluent wait. So I have to demonstrate the Fluent wait, though we don't use Fluent wait for explicit waiting purposes in real time because we don't need a drilling machine instead of just a hammer and nail, right? So, but still I have to explain that so that things may be asked in the interviews as part of knowledge. You have to know that. That's the reason I'm covering. So yesterday only I covered all these explicit waiting concepts and all. In place of the normal wait, how can you use the advanced version of the Fluent wait I'm covering today, just in a technical aspect, just for knowledge point of view. I'll inspect this drop-down button. And here we have a class. Copy this class using which we can locate the drop-down button. Driver dot find element by dot class name. Provide the class locator. Put a semicolon. Put a semicolon. This I'll say Fluent wait. Sorry. Drop-down button. Drop-down button is equal to. I'll create the web element here over the mouse. Create web element. Once the web element is created, then I'll simply say drop down button dot click. Okay. For this drop down button, I don't have to wait. But after I click on the drop down button, the options will come without getting the page load asynchronous way. So Selenium will not wait for these options automatically because this is asynchronous activity, and without page loading, these options are coming dynamically, like Ajax calls are happening here and all. Asynchronous JavaScript calls are happening. So we have to make the Selenium wait for this Flipkart. We can apply different waiting mechanisms here, like Java's thread.sleep, which is hard wait, which will waste our time, as we know, because if the Flipkart option takes 10 seconds max, and you give that thread.sleep as 10 seconds, so the time will be wasted, right? If it comes way before, it will hardly wait for totally strictly wait for the entire 10 seconds. Okay, that's a problem with thread.sleep. So we can go with implicit wait, but the problem with implicit wait is that it is a global wait. One, you want to wait for Flipkart, but it will wait for all the elements like drop down button Flipkart in the script. Okay, that is implicit wait, but it's smart wait. It will only wait until the element comes. But coming to the explicit wait, as explained yesterday, we have normal explicit wait that we can use for this Flipkart option to explicitly wait. Okay, and it's not a global wait; it's a element specific wait. So it is an element specific wait, so you don't have to worry. If you are waiting only for Flipkart option, it will only wait for Flipkart option. It will not wait for the drop down. Okay. So if there are some special waiting things that are required, we go with the explicit wait, normal explicit wait. But that we generally use in real time. But now in this session, I'm covering the advanced version of the explicit wait, that is Fluent wait, that we don't use in real time, because just in place of nail hammer and nail, we cannot use a drilling, we don't have to use a drilling machine, but Fluent wait is like a drilling machine to solve the purpose. But I'll still show you how to use a drilling machine to put a hole on the wall. Okay, fine. Anyhow, so right click on this Flipkart option, inspect it. The moment I inspect this is a link text, copy this link text, and here instead of that I have to write like this, right? Driver dot find element by dot link text by dot link text and I'll provide the link text locator here, put a semicolon, and here this is a Flipkart option. Flipkart option is equal to hover the mouse on this Flipkart option and create local variable, and now say Flipkart option dot click. This script will fail because Selenium will not automatically wait for Flipkart option, which is coming with a delay. Hence here I need to implement, let's say, any of the waiting mechanisms we can implement, but since we are focusing on the advanced version of the explicit wait, that is Fluent wait, how to use that Fluent wait to explicitly wait for the Flipkart option, I'm going to show you. So to make that happen, guys, we don't have to remember the code. Rather, you have to go to the official website of Selenium. What is the official website of Selenium? Selenium.dev. Everyone type in the chat box selenium.dev, which is official website of Selenium. Go to selenium.dev. Okay. Yes, great. So yeah, correct. Selenium.dev. Once you move to selenium.dev, go to the downloads part. Go to the downloads part. And here under the downloads, under this Selenium client and WebDriver language bindings, okay, you will see this Java, Selenium Java. Under that, you will see API docs. Okay, under that, you will see what? API docs. Click on the API docs. Once you click on the API docs, here, this kind of stuff will come. So I'll search for Fluent. You see Fluent wait came here. Just select that. Just select that Fluent wait. Once you select that, you will be landed on this Fluent wait page. Once you are on the Fluent wait page, scroll down, and here you will see some code for Fluent wait. Sample usage code. Can you see the Fluent wait code? This code. You don't have to remember this code, guys, but we are going to understand the code. No one remembers this code, just they'll copy paste. If someone asks you in the interview, also say that we don't generally use Fluent wait in real time, hence we don't remember that. Whenever it is needed, we generally go to the selenium.dev website and then copy paste the code and modify it according to our needs. Okay, but you can explain that what exactly will be there in the Fluent wait. You can explain, because this much of code no one can remember. So you just copy paste that Fluent wait code here. That's it as it is. Now the next thing that you have to do is you have to resolve this compiler errors. Are you getting a lot of compiler errors after I copy paste here? Yes or no? Guys, are we getting these compiler errors? As you can see on the screen. Yes, right? We are getting a lot of compiler errors. We have to.
In API Docker, where I have to get this code, Arun.
Yeah, what is that question?
In API Docker, where I have to get this.
I told you, right? Go to selenium.dev. Yes, in API app only. Go to downloads. And in
Mhm,
download, have the Selenium client and WebDriver language. Since we are using Selenium Java, right? You go to the Java
mhm,
part, and here there is something like API docs. Click
mhm,
on that. It will automatically take to the API documentation of that Selenium Java version. Okay. And
mhm.
here, type for Fluent, and you'll get Fluent Wait, thing. Just click on that Fluent Wait class. And if you scroll down a bit, you will see something known as sample usage. From there, you copy paste the entire stuff. Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay. Now the problem is once you copy paste, right? The first problem you have to solve is you have to resolve this compiler errors that you are getting. First, hover the mouse on this weight and import this weight. Okay. First thing is that you have to import this weight from this Selenium library. Okay. So import that weight. Okay. So once you import this weight, then hover the mouse on the WebDriver and import this WebDriver from Selenium library. Two errors have been gone. Now Fluent Wait. Hover the mouse on Fluent Wait and import this Fluent Wait from Selenium library. That is also gone. Now go to duration. Hover the mouse on duration and import this duration from which package? There are two packages coming. Which package I have to choose? Tell me. Import duration from where? This one or this one? Java.time. That's correct. Okay. You see, when there are multiple suggestions coming, we should know from where we have to import. Otherwise, these things will not work. We have to import this duration from java.time. That's it. Okay. Now, there is something like no such element exception. This is a Selenium exception. You already know. Hover the mouse on this and import this no such element exception from Java or Selenium. No such element exception is from Java or Selenium. Tell me. From Selenium, right? From Selenium. So I have to make the choice right. Hover the mouse on this. These imports are very important, guys, in this Fluent Wait. We have to take some time. We have to import this no such element exception from Selenium library. Done. So this part errors are gone, but there is another part here, as you can see. There are two more compiler errors. So go to the function, hover the mouse on the function, and there are two import statements coming. Do you have to import this function from com.google.common.base, or do you have to import the function from java.util.function? What do you think? What do you think will be the? Can you guess it? Either this one or this one.
Util.
Util?
Javid. Yeah.
Yeah, that is the wrong answer. Okay. So a lot of people get confused here. You have to do it from com.google.common.base. Remember that. Everyone type in the chat box. Import functions from com.google.common.base. Okay. Import this function from Google Common Base. Simple. Okay. Google Common Base. Google Common Base. Okay. This one everyone has to remember. Other things you can make a decision easily, but coming to the function, a lot of people, what they will do the mistake while using Fluent Wait, they'll import this function from java.util. That is a big mistake. They have to import it from com.google.common.base. Then only things will work fine. If you not do that, things are not going to work fine for you. So this is very important point to remember in case of Fluent Wait. Okay, clear? Have I resolved all the compiler errors? Have I resolved all the compiler errors? Yes, right. Now the code looks neat and clean. Okay. But we have to modify this code, understand the code and modify this code of Fluent Wait now. The time has come for us to understand and modify the code so that it will wait for this flipkart option. Okay. So that we can implement advanced version of explicit waiting mechanism for this flipkart option. For that to happen, we have to understand this code that I'm going to do now. So wait is a parent interface of the Fluent Wait class. Okay. If you go to this library, so if you see this Fluent Wait, it implements an interface known as wait. Okay, wait is a parent interface of these two classes. In the diagram also we have seen that right here. You see, wait is a parent interface of WebDriver wait and Fluent wait. Under wait interface, we have WebDriver. We can create an object for WebDriver wait and assign it to the variable of the wait interface. We can create an object for the Fluent wait and assign it to the variable of the wait interface, because to the parent interface or class, we can assign the objects of the child classes. Okay. So here also same thing. So as part of the code, they have created an object for the child class and assigned it to the variable of the parent interface, that is wait. Okay. And they have they have done, put the driver here, and okay. They're utilizing the driver here somehow. Okay. So, and here dot, don't worry about how they are utilizing and all. That is not we need to understand something like, okay. Here what they are doing is they are creating an object for the Fluent wait, and this is a generic type. You remember the collections? Everyone remember the collections framework? Generics were there, like array list. A list is called new array list. Beside that, we used to put less than, greater than symbol. Remember in that we used to provide integer object, but here they are passing which object? Which class? WebDriver they are passing. Okay, as per the syntax of Fluent wait. So they are creating an object for Fluent wait, and as a generic type, like we provide integer or string inside that less than, greater than symbol, right? They are passing WebDriver. Okay, that's the only thing. And this is like, Fluent wait constructor. This part is nothing but Fluent wait constructor. Inside this constructor, they are passing this driver as an argument. Okay, that's because they need that. They have to pass the driver as an argument to this Fluent wait constructor class as per the syntax. Okay, clear with this line? Everyone able to understand this line or any difference? This is a Fluent wait constructor. Into that constructor, while the constructor is being called, they are passing the driver as an argument. Okay, I'm trying to make the things easy for you. So how the code has come, and yeah, now they can say wait dot using the object reference. Using the object reference, they can say wait dot with timeout, but instead of wasting lines, right, they are directly writing from here only. They are writing dot with timeout, method they are calling. Okay, so okay, so what if I put a semicolon here and say wait dot? It's not coming now. So how they are getting then? Maybe Fluent wait related stuff it is coming maybe. So I'll do one thing. What if I write Fluent wait? Just give me a second. I'll just try this out. Fluent wait, because I never cracked it. Now I would like to crack it. Okay. And here driver will pass generally. That's okay. Now if can I say fw dot? Yes. You see this fw dot. I'm getting all these methods now. That is first method is with the timeout, right? Fw dot with the timeout. These methods are coming, or the other method is polling every. Instead of calling them separately, they made it simple. Polling every. These methods are coming. Okay. So to make this simple, what they have done is, instead of, you see, they are assigning this. They are creating an object for Fluent wait and assigning to the wait object reference of this wait interface. But to the Fluent object, using the Fluent object, they can call these methods. With the timeout, polling every, ignoring, all these methods belong to the Fluent object. Okay, the Fluent wait class has this. By using the object reference of Fluent wait, we can call these methods. To make it simple, they directly started using it. Okay, from here they started dot with timeout like that. Okay, fine. So what is that you are saying, Pawan? It is similar to drop down. What is similar to drop down? What is similar?
Like, yes, sir. There we have select class like that. Starting inside the for select class will create the object, right, sir? In that also
Yeah.
will pass the driver as an argument. Same like that.
Okay. In the select
Okay.
class, will not pass the driver as an argument. In the select class, we'll pass the web element.
Web element, yes, sir. Sorry.
So in this case, a driver is required. Okay.
Yes, sir.
In some cases, we pass the driver. Okay, this is one case we are passing the driver as an argument. Okay, so because you reminded about the select class, right? I'm just want to correct, because there you are not passing the driver. There you are passing the web element of a particular drop-down field. Okay, but here you are passing the driver entirely. Okay, clear, right, Pawan?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay, but how these methods are coming, I was explaining. you see, when you create an object for the Fluent Wait and using that object reference, you can call this methods. Object reference of the Fluent Wait, you can call this methods. But there is a way, where you can simplify the stuff. Okay. So because you are creating an object here and assigning to the variable of the wait interface, but wait interface doesn't have these methods. That's the reason instead of saying, instead of creating an object for Fluent Wait and, that Fluent Wait object dot with timeout, polling every, ignoring, they're not doing that. Directly they are treating as an object of the Fluent Wait and starting here. Okay. Because if you say wait dot with timeout, it will not come. You have to create an object reference for Fluent Wait and call these methods. Since that is not possible, they directly started here itself. You see, like this. The object of this Fluent Wait, object of this Fluent Wait dot with timeout. Like that they are calling. Okay. Similarly, you can call any number of methods. Okay. So with timeout, they are calling, polling every, they are calling from this Fluent Wait class. Okay. From object reference of this Fluent Wait, they are calling these three methods in the shortcut way. That you have to understand. Everyone clear with this? How they made it a shortcut?
Yeah, I don't one doubt here.
Yeah.
Actually, wait is the parent interface of Fluent Wait, right?
Yes, correct.
So the wait dot the object reference why it is not able to use the
Because
methods
wait doesn't have these methods. Wait interface doesn't have these methods. These methods belong to the Fluent Wait.
It's a child class, right?
But the child class only contains the Fluent Wait. So here we are not saying wait dot with timeout and all. This part is like object. Okay, this part is like object. Using that object, we can call. For example, I'll tell you something you will understand. Okay, so let me give you some example what we have done. So doubts, I'll go to the doubts part and I'll clear that for you. So let me create a class. Let's say car class. And inside the car class, I'll create some method, let's say. Okay. Some methods I'll create. Public void start car, I'll say. Okay. Here simply I'll print out system.out.println car started. And here one more method I'll create. Public void stop car. Okay. Here I'll write down system.out.println car stop. Okay. Now I'll create some main method, let's say public static void main string of args. And inside this main method, I'm going to create an object for this car class. New car. Just observe this. New car. Put a semicolon. Have I created an object for the car class? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Then now I can do something like this. Okay. C is equal to car. Can I do like this?
Yes.
I can create an object reference and declare that object reference is the car class. Now using the C, I can call the methods start car, C dot stop car. This is one method, right? This is one way. I can do this stuff. Okay. I can do this stuff in this way. Now what I'm doing here is I'll say new car. And instead of creating an object reference and declaring it that I'm using the object reference calling this methods, I'll simply say new car dot start car dot stop car. New car dot start car dot. Okay. This start car also should return the object reference of the. So what I'll do here is here it should say return. When you call the start car, it should return new car object. Okay, let's say. And here car should be there. Okay, that's what I have to design the code like if you have to get that result. So now what I'll do, what will be the start car will return when you call this method. Start car is also returning an object of the which class? Car class. So now I'll say dot stop car. Now is it clear how this is possible?
Yeah.
Or any confusions here?
This is working, but what's the doubt means that object reference.
I'll tell you that I'll solve you that thing also. Okay. Now here I'll write down class vehicle. Okay, class vehicle. So I'll make this car extends vehicle. Okay, is that fine? I'm making this car class a child class of the vehicle parent class. Okay, in the parent class, the start car and stop car are not there. So I'll just write a sample method here, public void uh, vehicle details, vehicle. Yes, okay. So I'll just write a system.out.println, system.out.println, vehicle details. Okay, like this I'll write. Now tell me, if I instead of like this, now this is the situation where we have a car class which is a child class of the vehicle class. Okay. Now what I'll do is, instead of writing like this, what I'll do is I'll simply create an object for the car class. And can I assign this object to the variable of the vehicle parent class?
Yes.
Yes, right? So I'll say v is equal to here I'll say vehicle. This is fine.
Yeah, it's
Now can I say v dot start car? Can I say?
yeah.
Because vehicle, does it have the start car, stop car? There's a parent class, right? The child class has this method start car, stop car, but vehicle class, does it have the start car, stop car?
No.
No. So what I am doing here is, though I am creating an object for the car class and assigning that object to the variable of the vehicle class, but this is the object of which class? This part is object of which class?
Child class.
Child class. So using the object of the child class, can I call this start car?
Yeah.
Not by using v, I cannot call. V dot I cannot call, right? V dot start car is not coming. So what I can do is, though I am creating an object for the child class and assigning that to the variable of the parent class, I can say dot start car dot stop car. How can I say start car dot stop car here? Here the other thing, there is a problem. Stop car also should return you the object of the car class. Okay. So here I have to say return new car. And here change it to car. Now it is okay. Understood, guys, how this can be can be done. You can create an object for the child class and assign to the variable of the parent class. Using the object reference of the parent class, I cannot call start car, stop car. But using the object of the child class, I can definitely call the start car, stop car. But whatever the methods you are calling, that method should return what? The object of the car class again. So that this is again the object of the car class only, using the object of the car class, because start car is returning an object of the car class. So using that object of the start car, we are calling the stop car. And again, when you call the stop car, the stop car should return you something that can be stored into this v. Okay, into this v, the object of the car class should be stored. So here car class object will be stored, which is written by the stop car. Okay, return new car, and that will go here. Done. Clear with this? How this is possible is clear, guys.
Yeah, it's clear. Now we kept access using the v reference, right?
We cannot access still. We cannot access. V is a parent class. Parent class doesn't have start car, stop car. Here, what I am doing is using the object of that child class. I'm calling this start car, and start car is returning the object of the same car class. Hence, using the object of this will become the object of the car class. Using the object of the child class car class, I'm calling the stop car again. And stop car is also returning you an object of the car class, and that object we are storing into the V. But the problem here is, whenever you create an object for the child class and assign to the variable of the parent class, using that, we can only call, there is a restriction here. Okay, in Java, when you create an object for the child class and assign it to the variable of the parent class, using that parent class object reference, you can only call the methods of the parent class. Okay, you can only call the methods of the parent class. Understood?
No, okay, understood.
Okay, so we can only say v dot vehicle details is not coming, so is not inherited vehicle. Okay, public void class extends vehicle. Okay, yeah, so I have to create a method here. That is the overloaded methods will be called public void vehicle, I say. So here I have to say system.out.println inside vehicle of car class. Okay, like this. Okay, now I can say v dot vehicle details. Okay, the overloaded method of the child class, which is matching with the parent class only, can be called. Remaining method start car, stop car, I cannot call using v. Why? Because those start car, stop car methods are not there in the vehicle class. Okay, that what is the restriction that it does.
Okay.
Understood? When you
Yes.
assign, when you create an object for the child class and assign it to the variable of the parent class, the methods that are there in the child class, which are matching with the methods in the parent class, only can be called using that kind of object reference when object of the child class is assigned to the variable of the parent class. That restriction will be there. Okay. Only the methods which are common in the vehicle and child class, those methods only can be called. Otherwise, they will not be called. Clear? That
Okay.
restriction will come in this case. Fine.
Sir,
Yeah.
if I have done their upcasting, if you did a downcasting there, what happens for this? Can we, is it possible to call the methods?
Okay. So we'll do one thing. I'll just put a comment here. And now you are saying me. Okay, this part only you are saying, but you want to downcast.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here, what you want to do is this V you will take and you will downcast that to car again. Right? This is what you are saying now.
Yes, sir.
T is equal to car. In this case, if I try dot, all these things are coming. Start car, stop car, vehicle, everything is coming. You can call start car, stop car, and vehicle details. Okay, and we can run the code. Let's see what is happening. All the child class related methods should be called, I feel. Car stopped, car started, car stopped, car starts, vehicle details. Okay, somewhere here we are printing some other thing somewhere. Yeah, here start car, stop car are also being called. That's why they came. But apart from this is the output we got after downcasting.
Sir, without overloading
Vehicle
method,
details. You see here, C dot vehicle details. When I downcasted the object reference of the vehicle class, it has taken the vehicle details from the parent class method. Okay. Still we have downcasted also. Okay.
sir, without overloading the method of vehicle details, can you try, sir? Let's see what happens.
This one.
That is, yes, sir.
So the same thing will happen. You'll get the same output. Same vehicle details got.
It means for downcasting, there is no need of overloading method.
Yeah, for downcasting, there is no need of overloading method. That's correct.
The same thing can be implemented this in the Fluent Wait, sir. Is it possible?
No, Fluent Wait is given by them. We should not change it. Okay, basically. Okay. Maybe we can try to implement that. But you see, everything can be implemented. I can make it even more simple. Okay. If I have to do the changes, but I don't want to do that. Why to disturb that? Right.
Okay.
So we can do that. You can try out all the variety of ways that you are thinking just now. Okay. So you see, I can directly put Fluent Wait only here, right? Why do I have to put a parent interface here? Right?
Okay.
If I have to do that, it is very simple, right? If I make it Fluent Wait, how much easy it will be, you see? Fluent Wait is equal to, now I don't have to call this here. Directly I'll say wait dot. You see, this is okay. Right? Wait dot. This is returning the, now if you hover the mouse on this with timeout, I have to import it. I have to import it actually.
N missing, sir, there.
Fluent Wait. Yeah, correct. Now here, if I hover this, you see what is the return type of this with timeout? Again, Fluent Wait is there. That's why using the object reference of Fluent Wait, polling every is being called. This is an object of the Fluent Wait, right? It is returning an object of the Fluent Wait, so we are calling that. So we can also call like this also, wait dot. This is also fine if you put a semicolon if you want. You can make it simple. They use all the technology to make it, a simplified version. So, but you can write like this also. This is also fine. Does it look good or not?
Yes, it's
You can modify according to your needs. That's okay. Downcasting, upcasting will make it complex. Okay. So why do downcast, upcast when you have the simplest way of, there is no need because you are creating an object for Fluent Wait and assigning to the variable of the same Fluent Wait class only. There's no need of downcasting, right? That's what I mean to
yes,
say, right?
yes,
So this is even more simple and you can get the results. But I would don't want to disturb the things. Okay. So I just want to go with the weight only and, I would like to make you guys understand this because people use in real time stuff, okay, this kind of things. So we should be adjusted. We should not be making the thing simple, okay? So there is a reason why they have made it simple, okay? Remove the semicolons, it will be gone, okay? So let's not disturb the aura here, okay? Though we can utilize many mechanisms of Java to, rearrange here and there and make the things possible. But still, let's try to understand what they are achieving. Now, with this, you are able to understand what they are achieving. This with the
yes.
timeout is returning the object of the Fluent Wait. That's why using the object of the Fluent Wait, we are calling polling every. That's what I have demonstrated in the doubts thing, right? Hope you got that, okay? You're creating an object for the child class and assigning to the variable of the parent interface, but a parent interface doesn't have all these methods. So you cannot directly say wait dot and now this time, okay? So using the object of this particular Fluent Wait, we are calling this method, and this method is returning the object of Fluent Wait. Using that object, we are calling this polling every, and this method is returning the object of the Fluent Wait, and using that object reference, we are calling ignoring and going on. Done? Clear, everyone? Type C in the chat box if the syntax is clear so far. Generally, no one explains Fluent Wait at this level, guys, okay? And we are doing that and we are learning also. So you see, this much of explanation, no one will give you in Fluent Wait, but since, there is a situation came and we got an opportunity, to learn it, the Java concepts also with the help of this Fluent Wait, we are doing so, but in real time, it is not required at all. Okay.
What's that L means? 30L.
Long. You remember literal long? L for long.
Yeah.
It's not an
Right.
integer literal. This is a long literal they are providing. You can make it 30 also. It will become an integer literal. No issues. If you give L here, it means it will become long literal. Okay. There, as per the syntax, they are taking long, but the normal integer literal is enough here. Okay. Clear?
Okay. Clear. Thanks.
Dot with timeout is a method, and to that method, what they are passing as an argument, they are passing duration. Have you seen duration already earlier? Duration dot. Yes, right. We already have seen the duration. Where exactly we have used the duration? Implicitly wait, right? There we have used this duration class from Java library. That is Java.time. And in that, a static method of seconds, of days, of minutes we have seen, right? But here seconds will be enough. Here also you can use minutes if you want. But so with the timeout, maximum time, how much they are giving? So for example, explicit waiting mechanism, implicit or explicit. In implicit, we generally give max of 5 or 10 or 15 max in very rare cases, 15 seconds. But in explicit wait, we can give up to 30 seconds, right? WebDriver wait is equal to WebDriver wait driver comma duration dot of seconds we have given for explicit wait, right? Normal explicit wait. In that also we gave the duration. The same thing we are giving here with the timeout method. We are passing the duration. Clear?
Clear. Thanks.
Right? Here maximum time that this Fluent Wait will wait for this particular Flipkart option to come is how much time? Maximum time. 30 seconds is a maximum time. 30L means long literal, so 30 seconds only is a maximum time that it can wait. If the Flipkart option doesn't come after 30 seconds, then it will try to throw an exception. What is the exception that will be thrown generally? If this Flipkart option doesn't come in 30 seconds, what is the exception that any waiting mechanism will throw?
Weight exceeded.
No. Timeout exception, right? Something like timeout exception kind of thing, we'll get it basically, right? Correct. Okay. Okay. So here the next thing is polling every. Okay. Polling every. Next method of this Fluent Wait object reference is a polling every means. Here generally, what is the default polling time?
0.5 seconds.
0.5 seconds I covered, right? Okay. Whether that is implicit wait or normal explicit wait, what is the default polling time? For every 500 milliseconds, Selenium WebDriver will go and check on the page whether the element has come. It don't have to wait for the entire 30 seconds. If the element may come in 3 seconds, how many times it will poll? At 0 seconds, it will poll. At 0.5. Okay, at 1 second, it will poll. At 1.5 second, at 1.5 after 2, then 2.5, then finally 3 seconds. That many times it will poll. Every every half, not 60 times, not 60 times. If it is 3 seconds, if it is 3 seconds, I am saying Nigora. 3 seconds means only 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. Total 7 times it will poll. If you also count 0, from 0 you have to say. First, beginning itself it will poll at 0. After that 0.5. So extra 0 will come means 7 times. Okay. 7 times it will poll if the flipkart option is coming in 3 seconds. It will poll 7 times already to check whether Selenium WebDriver will keep checking whether the element is there. If it is not there, again it will wait for a half more second, come back and check. But here, in this advanced version of this Fluent wait, there is a variation where you can wait for how much time? You can change that polling time. In the normal WebDriver wait, in the normal explicit WebDriver wait, do you have this polling time changing option? From half second to whatever the second, but this is an advanced version of wait where you can change the polling time. From 30 seconds, you can change it to 5 seconds, or you can even make it 1 second. For every 1 second, it will poll. That means for 3 seconds, how many times it will poll? 60 into 3, right? For every second, it will poll means, but if it is 1 second, let's say 1 second, 63 the 180 times, 181 times it will poll. At 0 also it will poll. So 181 times it will poll. Too many times, right? If it is 5 seconds, 12 3 the 36, 37 times it will poll. Okay, instead of 6 times, instead of 7 times, it will poll 37 times. Is it clear, guys? How can we change the polling time? Do you really need that customizing the polling time is really required in Selenium automation? Is that half second enough, more than enough?
Sir, once again repeat, sir, the polling time.
You see, by default, the implicit wait or explicit wait, like a normal explicit wait, what happens is if the element comes in, let's say the element may come in between 0 seconds to 10 seconds maximum. Okay, let's say 10 seconds maximum. But what if the element comes just in 3 seconds of time? The element comes in just 3 seconds of time. Then what happens if you use thread.sleep? The problem with thread.sleep is we don't know the element may come in 3 seconds, sometimes 5 seconds, sometimes 7 seconds, sometimes 10 seconds. So we have to entirely wait or not. This time will be wasted. This extra, if the element comes in 3 seconds, extra 7 seconds will be wasted in thread.sleep. That we know that. So we go with the waiting mechanism of Selenium because thread.sleep from Java is not smart enough. Because if the element comes in, it's still waiting for the extra 7 seconds apart from the 3 seconds after which the element has appeared. That one is clear for you? That thing is clear now? Yes.
Yes.
So we implement some implicit wait. Let's say you implement the implicit wait. What happens in implicit wait is, it is a global wait, but the functionality is same. Okay. Though it is a global wait, implicit wait is a global wait. It will be applicable for all the elements instead of one element. Okay. Once declared. So implicit wait will wait for first check whether the required flipkart option has come at the 0 seconds point of view. This is called as polling. First time it has polled to check whether the element has come on the page or not. Has it come? No. Again, after 0.5 seconds, after another half second, it will poll. Element has not come. Then at 1 second, it will poll. The 0.5 plus 0.5 means 1 second. Then here, 1.5. Then here, 2 times. Then here, 2.5. Right? Okay. Then here, 3. How many times it has polled? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times it has polled. Even though you go with the normal WebDriver wait, that is explicit wait, normal WebDriver wait, you go that, but here it is not a global wait, but element specific wait. It is an element specific wait, but polling mechanism will be same. For every first 0 seconds, it will poll for first time, then 1 second, then 0.5, then 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. Here also it will poll for 7 times. Now coming to Fluent Wait, you have the facility of changing this polling time instead of polling for every half second. So I think I have explained it wrong, guys. Okay, here if I give 1 L also, we are increasing the time, right? Okay, 1 L also you are increasing the time. Maybe I should say that of milliseconds I have to say. That is a way. I can change it to milliseconds also in my previous example. But here if I am changing to, for example, of seconds means there is a different story altogether. If I say 1 L, how many times it will poll? How many times it will poll? If I change it to 1 second from half second to 1 second, it should be less time. Yes, no polling in thread dot sleep, no polling in thread dot sleep. It will completely, Kumari, there is no polling in thread dot sleep. It will completely wait for the entire 10 seconds. Okay. If you give 10 seconds here, it will wait for the entire 10 seconds. Okay. So if I change it to 1 L, how many times it will poll? Just see here. If I'm using this Fluent Wait, if I'm using this Fluent Wait and customizing the polling time. So at 0 seconds, it will poll. After that, at 1 second, it will poll. Then after that 2 seconds, it will poll. Then after that 3 seconds, it will poll because I changed the polling time. How many times it will poll? 1, 2, 3, 4 times it has polled. Understood now, guys? Clear?
Yes,
Last
sir.
time I took a wrong, thing. Okay. So because it's 1 second, right? It's not half second. Okay. More than half second. So it will poll less number of times. Fine. It's 3 seconds. So for every second, it is polling from 0, 1, 2, 3. 4 times it will polling instead of second. If I give 2 means what will happen? How many times it will poll? First, it will poll at the 0 seconds for the first time. After that, at 2 seconds, it will poll. Then after that, 0 seconds, 2 seconds. And now, even though element comes at 3 seconds, it will poll at 4th second. Okay. Third time, 3 times it has to poll. And by the time the time reaches 4, 1 second will be wasted in this case. If I give 2L, 1 second will be wasted. If I give, let's say 10L, what is the problem? First, it will poll at 0 seconds first at 10 first time. After that, the next polling time will be at 10th second. There is no use, right? This time is still wasted like 3 dot sleep only. Is there any use of customizing this to 10L? 2 times it will poll in case of 10 seconds, but there is no use, right? It's better to, if you want to change it, instead of making Selenium WebDriver poll for every half second, if you want to make it poll for every 1 second or 5 seconds, you can do this, guys. But this much of customization is required in real time. This much of customization is required in real time. Do you have to really wait and customize this polling time? The normal half second thing is all good enough, right? Normal polling time half second is good enough, right? Why we have to make it customized here? That's what is the thing.
Sir, can we give 1.5D there?
1.5?
D double.
It is not taking.
Float,
will-
sir.
Which one?
Float, sir. Float. 1.5.
No, it will not take. Only integer things it is taking. There is numerical, not decimal things. It's not taking either long literal or normal integer literal. It will take. Normal integer literal is 5, and if you put L here, it will become a long literal. Okay.
Okay.
It is not taking decimal means it will not take float also. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You see here, what is the data type?
Long.
Long. That's why we are giving in long, but long variable can also take integer values, right? So either integer or long values you can take. Okay. You cannot give decimal values into a long variable, or you cannot give floating point values to the long variable. That's not possible in Java anyhow. Okay. That's the thing. So anyhow, the third method, let's go on. That is ignoring. Let me complete this Fluent Wait for this session. We have described it in a very detailed manner that no one describes. Ignoring. If while waiting for this, while waiting for this flip cut option, if you are getting no such element exception, it will ignore. Not only this no such element exception, you can also give timeout exception dot class here. So you do, let's try it out. Okay, let's try this out practically. For now, I'll just keep it as it is. This ignoring, if an exception, no such element exception comes for this particular element, then it should ignore that exception. And what it does when ignoring, it doesn't do much, guys. Okay, it will give another exception instead of no such element exception. It will give another exception. That's the only thing that will happen if the things doesn't work out. Yes, if elements not found, it throws. Ignoring means it. If element not found, don't throw. No such element exception. Right? Correct, Sirisha. But if the element is not found, instead of this exception, it will give another exception. Instead of by ignoring no such element exception, it will give you another exception. But this is not that much useful functionality that no one uses in Fluent Wait in real time. But the purpose is that it will ignore that exception, but no one uses this no such element exception anywhere. Anyhow, web element here I'll copy this Flipkart option here, guys. Okay. In place of foo, I'll copy the Flipkart option. Wait dot until, you already know, right? In that wait dot until, they are writing new function. So they are creating a new function, web driver, web element, something. This logic we cannot understand much. It's kind of very complex now. Okay. Maybe we need to spend so much time more to understand this logic. For now, let's try to focus more on the Fluent Wait. If required, we can spend. We're creating an object for the function class, and the function class, over the mouse on the function class, it is from another library, guys, like com.google common base library, as we have told you. As per the syntax of that Google com library, we have to pass this generic types. Like in hash map. Remember the hash map, guys? You have to pass key value pairs. Remember the hash map? Everyone remember the hash map where you have to pass key value pairs. Like that, here also we have web driver as the key and value as the web element. Okay. So these two things we have to pass to that particular function class in. Function is not a class from Java. It is a class from Google Common Base. You don't have to learn that. Okay. So you can, once you create an object for that, and you are starting a new function here from the Google com.base, and here inside that function, you're creating a function. Again, you are creating a public method. You are creating public. The return type is web element, apply, and here you are passing the parameter as driver. This particular driver parameter will go here. Okay, you're passing the parameter as driver, and you are returning driver dot find element by dot id. This is a complex syntax. Okay, so just give, for customization, just give by dot link text and give it here. You don't have to understand that because we don't use this kind of stuff anywhere else. Okay, so inside this we are calling apply method. Okay, apply method, and in that apply method inside this particular function is returning you driver web element of the Flipkart. That web element will go here or somehow, and it will come here. Somehow it will come here, guys. Okay, this web element will be stored into this Flipkart option. Okay, since this method is returning you, this particular method is returning you a web element of this Flipkart option. Here we are giving a proper name instead of foo and all that came by default. I am changing it to Flipkart option. Now, do I have to create a web element here again? If I am already giving by dot link text Flipkart, do I have to create a web element again? Not required, right? I can remove that. And once I remove that, I can directly say Flipkart option dot click. Okay. So this way, this has to wait for 30 seconds. Okay, for the Flipkart option, and polling time I change it to 5 seconds. So at 0 seconds it will check. At 5, even the element comes at 3 seconds, it will check at the 5 seconds next. So an extra 2 seconds it will wait for the Flipkart option now. Even the Flipkart option comes way before. If it comes at 3 seconds, it will wait for an extra 2 seconds. Okay, just see here. It will definitely wait. Advanced version of this Fluent will definitely wait, but after the Flipkart option comes, it will not immediately click. It will wait for 2 more seconds and click. Okay. Flipkart option came at 3 seconds, but extra 2 seconds have been given because of the polling customization. Do we really need that kind of customization in real time? Polling every 5 seconds, ignoring exception, not required. That's why normal explicit wait is used in the real time, guys. This is how we can understand that. So what if there is a mistake here? For example, ABC, if I write, there's a mistake in this Flipkart. So when you say driver dot find element by dot link text, there's a possibility that no such element exception will come, right? I'm not ignore this exception for a while. I'll just remove this part and put this here. So what will happen? Let's see which exception is coming. Let's see first of all. So run this. I'm giving a wrong locator intentionally, and here we don't have that method to ignore the exception. To see what exception is coming, I've written that, okay? Flipkart ABC won't be there. Flipkart will be there, but Flipkart ABC won't be there as a link text. So let's see what will happen. Flipkart option will come. It will not click on the Flipkart option. Why? Because I gave a wrong locator, and in the output we'll get an exception. What is the exception we are getting? What is the exception we are getting, guys?
No
Guys, what is
such
the exception we are getting? No such element exception. Why? Because here driver.find element is trying to find this element. That element is not there. So it is returning you what? No such element exception. So if I paste it here back, now I am ignoring what exception? I'm ignoring which exception? If no such element exception comes like this, it will be ignored or not? This time, no such element exception definitely will come because Flipkart ABC is there. This will return you no such element exception. But Fluent Wait code is ignoring that exception or not? Yes or no? Fluent Wait is ignoring the no such element exception or not? Yes, it is ignoring the no such element exception. If I run the code, what will happen? This time, no such element exception will not come. It will ignore. Fluent Wait will ignore the no such element exception. In place of the no such element exception, it will give one more exception. Another exception will, but no such element exception will be ignored, but another exception will come. So it is exception. You see, it's waiting for the entire 30 seconds now. Earlier, it was not waiting for the 30 seconds, right? Because it was not ignoring no such element exception. It was not waiting for the entire time. You see, in the result, the exception has not come. That's why they're writing in the syntax, ignore no such element exception dot class. Understood what is the reason they have put no such element exception? They don't want to get no such element exception. If the element is not coming after that 30 seconds, they want to throw timeout exception. That's the reason, as per the syntax. Is there a legitimate reason why the Fluent Wait guys are adding ignoring no such element exception here? If they don't add this, it will not wait for the entire 30 seconds. Directly here itself, they'll give no such element exception, right? They want to ignore this no such element exception for 30 seconds. And if the element doesn't come, then they want to throw, instead of no such element exception, they want to throw timeout, which generally comes automatically in explicit wait, normal explicit wait. But in case of Fluent Wait, they have to write this method. They have to call this method to make that happen. Understood, guys? The importance of all these three methods of this Fluent Wait is clear for you? Able to understand at a high level? So now there is something that I want to give an assignment, that try to understand why they have written the code like this. Wait dot until, new function, WebDriver wait, and okay, this kind of stuff. Inside that, they created a method. What's happening here is not clear at first, right? Is it clear, guys, for you? Is this clear what is happening here?
No.
No, it's not clear. So let's try to decode that. The way we have decoded this part, let's try to decode this part also. That I'll give you guys as an assignment, do some R&D on this and try to decode that part. Okay. And tomorrow, if you're able to decode it, that's all good. Otherwise, we'll decode it together. Okay. Is that fine?
Yes, Aaron, I have a question regarding
please.
this function.
Yeah, sure.
When you look on Selenium dev documentation, could you please go to selenium.dev
Yes.
and could you please find the Fluent Wait?
Fluent wait. Yes.
Yes, Fluent Wait. And when you scroll down,
Sample usage.
no, could you please scroll more?
Where
we can find the function.
Yes.
Not more. So it says a function come from Java util libraries. And also,
where it is
yeah.
saying,
if you scroll down, you can find the function.
yeah. Which function you want, I meant to
somewhere.
say. Which function, for example, in this?
Function, just function.
Which
If
function?
you scroll down more.
I know which function you want, I'm asking. It will, if you click,
Yeah.
it will go there only. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm. Until here, until. until
Until?
and function. Yes, and if you click on this arrow function on the top, yeah.
Hmm.
So here it says Java util function. It come from Java util function.
Hmm. Okay, correct, right?
Yeah, and also when I look on
1 minute.
Eclipse,
Interface
yes,
function. It's coming from Java util function, right? Instead of common
yes,
base.
yes, and also if you go to Eclipse, also I saw there from Java
Okay,
util.
we'll do one thing. Let's because I was using from Google Chrome long time onwards, it was working fine for me. But let's see whether it is working or not. If I import that thing from a different thing, that is, where is that function?
Working,
This is the
Selenium.
one, right? Yeah, I'll comment this out and try to import this from java.util. Okay, function from java.util. Let's see whether it is working fine or not. If it is working fine, then all good. Okay, no issues. I think I have removed that exception thing, and it should work. It should wait for that 30 seconds, and if that has to work. That's a good point. Let's see. It has to be from. It will be cleared now. Okay, whether it has to be common base or for common base also it is working. So I got into an impression that yeah, it's working. So we don't have to go for common base, right? In that case, yeah, correct. We don't have to go for common base. We can use this function from java.util itself. Okay. So I'm taking my things back, and so let's not use Google common base. It's working from the java.util. Maybe I used to it from long time before this documentation was there now in the market. Earlier there was no copy paste kind of stuff here. Okay, in this so why the confusion came for me is like from long time I was using Fluent Wait. So this kind of documentation was not there. I used to copy it from somewhere, and you need to follow some videos where they were saying that import this function from Google Common Base like that. Okay, I followed it. So now the things are very pretty much clear. Yeah, you are right. You are right. Whatever you said is right. Because by looking at this function, this is how the documentation can be helpful for us. Okay, in deciding whether we are using in a correct way or wrong way. So coming to the function, when you click on the function, yeah, it is importing from java.util package only. Okay, so this function is from Java function. So now if you do R&D, right, it will be very easy. So what is this new function in Java, and why it is being used here? We can do it simply, right?
Mhm.
Yes, thank you for that. Thank you for
Thank
making
you.
that. Yeah. But still, the work is there that we have to understand what is the purpose of putting this line here and why we have to create a method inside that, how these things are working. It's still there. Okay. Still that part is there. So we have to do some R&D on that to get a clarification of this code. Though we have imported from java.util, which is working fine. That's a very good step that we have gone together. Just as a trainer, I have to do some mistakes also. I'm not a perfect human being too, but thanks for correcting me there, and have to accept my mistakes. And at the same time, we have to figure out what is the purpose of this function in Java, and how it's coming to use and all is still there as a pending thing that we'll take that as an assignment. And not only this one as assignment, I would like to give one more assignment. So what I want you guys to do is go to this omai.blogspot.com page. What you have to do is you need to select this checkbox field. Simple. What you have to do? Using any of the different waiting mechanism like thread.sleep, and after that use implicitly wait, global waiting to select this checkbox field, and use this normal explicit wait for waiting this for waiting and selecting this checkbox field. And the last one is you can use fluent wait for waiting for this checkbox field and then selecting. Okay, when the checkbox field will get enabled, you see here text is there, the above Mr. option will be enabled in 10 seconds. After clicking on below, check this button. Once you click on this check this button, you have to wait for the 10 seconds of time, and after the 10 seconds it will get enabled. Can you write the script with different waiting mechanisms from Java and Selenium, all the things that I have covered so far? And after 10 seconds, you have to select this. That's what you have to do. Now, there's a trick here, guys. Don't use this one. expected conditions dot visibility of element don't use. Are you going to use visibility of element there for this checkbox field? Guys, do we have to use visibility of element here or any other thing that you have to use? You should not be using visibility of element, so you have to figure it out what you have to use. Anyhow, I'll cover this later, but as an assignment, I'll give you now. Okay, because without making your hands dirty, you'll not understand the concepts, guys. Because from the long time we are doing a lot of assignments, so here also let's do the assignments. So from whatever things that I covered so far in waiting mechanism part 1, waiting mechanism part 2, okay, yesterday was part 2, now today part 3 is also done, right? From all this, you do the assignments. So meanwhile, you can ask me the questions, guys. I'll post the things here. Yesterday's and today's notes same. Or else I'll simply say today's notes. And after the notes, I have to upload the code. Any questions are there, you can ask me while I'm posting this into the Telegram, because I generally forget this Telegram thing. So ask me, guys.
Arun, in that ignoring is there, right? Like ignoring no such element of dot class. So what is that meaning? Could you please-
Ignoring, right?
Class means like why we are using class here? Dot class.
That's the syntax. Okay. If you don't mention dot class, right, it will not take. Over the mouse on ignoring, and it's expecting you to provide a class.
Okay.
That's why you have to say dot class. Then it will treat that as class of no such element exception. Okay. You see, the argument that we have to pass to this ignoring method is in the form of a class. But if you write no such element exception, that it will not treat like a class there. Okay. Over the mouse, here class is expected. Okay. It's like treating as a variable or something. Now, if I say dot class, it will become a class. This situation will come in a lot of cases. And this one also you explore it, guys. Why dot class we have to use, and why we have to convert this no such element exception into a class to try to, explore this. This is also a very good point. Okay, so class, we have to convert that to a class. There may be some situations where we have to convert something to a class. You see, we have to pass some class here, but no such element exception, whether it is a class or not, this will not understand. So we have to convert that into dot class. Why dot class is required also is an assignment for you. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss. You see, a lot of concepts we can learn from a lot of stuff. Okay, it's not like you will only learn Fluent Wait. Okay, from Fluent Wait you are learning a lot of concepts today, right? A lot of Java concepts I covered. Everything cannot be covered. Complete Java cannot be covered, and then we come to Selenium. That is not possible. When you are working with Selenium, some kind of things will not be clear for us, that we have to explore and understand Java. And then you saw this new function, how to use, what is the purpose. Now let's explore that. Now dot class, what is the purpose? Let's explore that. Okay. So this will take as the assignments and we'll do tomorrow. Is that fine? I want you guys to do this as an assignment. Why dot class is required. You see, a lot of resources are there online. So tomorrow when we connect, you guys have to explain me why dot class is required and why this new function is required here. What's happening here? You guys have to explain me. With all the knowledge I gave you on Java, will you guys be able to do this or not? With that basic knowledge of Java you have, can you do this or not, guys? Yeah, try this out, Rajkumar, as an assignment. You try it out. Okay. Whatever works for you, that's good. Guys, the amount of Java knowledge that I have transferred it to you, will you guys will be able to crack this up or not? Will that be easy for you to crack up or not? Yes or no?
Yeah, we could try that.
We could try that, right? You don't have to depend on a trainer for every small thing going ahead. Okay. But I'll be there. Still, I want you guys, you see, there will be a toddler, okay, a newborn baby. So if you keep helping that newborn baby in walking, so next time newborn baby will not try to walk by themselves, right? Every time newborn baby will look at us and say that, okay, can you lift me up? Okay, that's not a good thing, right? That's not a good thing. So we should leave the newborn baby as it is, so that they will keep trying, and and then stand someday and then walk someday, right? That's how it happens in real time. Here also same thing. I gave all the knowledge for you. Using that knowledge, you should not be a toddler anymore. You should stand up. You should walk by yourself. But if you are not able to walk, I am there for giving you the support. If you are trying to stand and you are trying to walk, and if you are trying to fall down, if you are falling down, I'll catch you. Okay, no problem. I'll be there. My backup is there as me. Okay, I'll help you out. But you guys have to do this R&D this time. And and this will give you a kind of good mindset of doing R&D in the coming days also. And as a community also, we'll learn a lot. Fine, great. So anyhow, this is all. And any other questions, guys? Very good questions I was getting today, and even I have learned something back from you. So that the mistake I used to do with the function importing from Google, Google.com.google, that is resolved now. It's from java.util. It's clear for me. And other mistake was, what was the other thing that I have learned from you? Why dot class is required? That's a very beautiful question. Now function, I told you like what we have to do. Okay. And we have learned all this stuff. So how we are able to call these functions using the object of Fluent wait, even though we are assigning that to the variable of the wait interface doesn't have these methods. So using the object of this, how these methods are returning the object of the Fluent wait, and we are able to call other methods as a chain reaction, right? Like a chain, we are doing this stuff. All these things are important, guys, in the coming days. I'll explain more. Don't worry. When the time comes, I keep explaining. Okay. So this is how we'll become good at Java. Then fine. So I'll go back to my Telegram until I get other questions. So good questions, guys. Today's code. I have to post today's code. For posting the today's code, I have to upload it. So for uploading it, I'll just close this part, save this. The waiting mechanism itself, we are spending a lot of time. That's good, guys. Okay. I can complete the sessions in no matter of time, but this way of learning, right, will make you guys expert in all these areas. Okay. There's no need of me explaining all the internal logic, right? So you guys are curious and I'm explaining, things are good, okay? No one will explain Selenium Java at this level for anyone. So now you are becoming an expert in that. That's a very good sign. Control A, Control C of this code, and I'll go to the, this part.
Sir, one question, sir. Sorry to
Yes.
interrupt.
No
Yeah.
problem. You can ask.
Sir, like in real time, so which wait we usually prefer, like explicit or implicit? Or it again depends on the situation, we will be preferring the wait.
We'll be using both. So coming to implicit, we'll try to make it as low as possible. The time we would like to reduce as low as possible based on the application type. Okay, implicit wait.
Okay.
Implicit wait will be used. On the top of that, we'll also use explicit wait. So implicit wait time we should reduce. Like for example, if it is possible for most of the elements are coming within 5 seconds, there's no need to put 10 seconds there. Implicit wait only for 5 seconds you put. Okay, and or if required, you can make it 3 seconds also. For all the elements, global wait, it will wait for the entire scripts. In all the elements, it should wait only for maximum of 3 seconds as part of implicit wait. And behind the 3 seconds, explicit wait will work for the special elements. Is that fine?
Okay. Okay, sir. Got it.
Okay, so generally we can put it 3 seconds depending on the application, or 5 seconds, or you can make it 10 seconds, or in critical applications, which when most of the elements are taking more than 10 seconds, in that you can go up to 15 seconds max. But our objective is to reduce that implicit wait time as less as possible, so that because it is a global wait, it should not impact our automation script delay. Okay, that's the problem. Clear? So
Yeah.
on the top of that, a general implicit wait, which is a global wait for all the elements, by default, the elements should not wait for just 1-2 seconds of waiting, right? So that's the reason we put implicit wait. On the top of that, there may be some elements which will take more than 10 seconds. Again, this implicit wait, which is of 3 seconds, will not work. So we have to explicitly wait for the elements which take more than 3 seconds in our script. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Got it, sir.
Combination. We have to use a combination. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
By using both, there will be some small disturbance will be there, but I have not seen that disturbance. Okay, as people talk. Okay. So we'll generally, in real time, we use both implicit and explicit wait like this. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. So this is the one. Happened. Go to this location once again. Copy all these things. Anyone new to this batch? Anyone new to this batch? Yeah, welcome Rajkumar. Anyone new to this batch? You can type me in the chat box. I would like to talk to you. Okay. Welcome, Nigora. Thanks for joining. Okay. Now all the waiting mechanisms are there here, like implicit, explicit, fluent, need for waiting mechanism, demo, normal, explicit wait, waiting mechanism, implicit wait. All the things are there here. I'll share the code here, today's code. And the next thing is the assignments I have to give. Assignment 1, explore dot class in Fluent wait. Okay. Assignment 2, explore new function in Fluent wait. Okay. Then assignment 3, use thread.sleep for selecting the checkbox field on Omayo application, omayo.blogspot.com. Blogspot.com, which gets enabled after 10 seconds after clicking the button. Assignment 4, use implicitly wait for same thing. Assignment 5, use normal explicit wait, that is the WebDriver wait for selecting the checkbox field and doing this stuff. Okay. Then assignment 6, use advanced fluent wait for selecting this one. And these are the assignments we have. And coming to the recordings, recording will be uploaded soon, guys. Okay, as soon as possible. I'll try to upload the recording and paste it here. That's all. I think any other questions or anyone new to the batch or anyone have any questions, you can talk to me now.
Sir, yesterday I posted one thing in Selenium in our WhatsApp group, sir.
Okay.
Those are actually taken coaching in some other consultancy, XLR consultancy there. They have given some of the assignments. Those are
Okay.
posted. I think that would be helpful for us.
Yeah, where is that? How to scroll up?
Yes, sir. Scroll up, sir. Slowly. Yeah, there, sir. WPS 365.
Okay. This is the one, huh?
Yes, sir.
Can I open this here?
Yes, sir. Okay, no problem.
Open with WPS Office. I think I can use it. I can open with normal Word Microsoft thing, I guess, this file.
Yes, sir.
Or I have to install it.
I think you have to install that, sir.
Okay, let me install and open.
Just have posted for only for one assignment. They will have covered a couple of things. They like alerts and at window handling and somewhere.
1 minute, 1 minute. Let me download and install this meanwhile, so that we can see the assignments. Yeah, we can take out some time, guys, sir, for practicing and all those stuff, the coming days I'll start. For now, crash course is there, na? It's making me hectic. Work is like a lot of hectic for me, because as a trainer point of view, you can see me training you guys on morning 7 a.m. Again, I'm training you guys in the evening 8 p.m. Okay. And on weekends, morning, afternoon, evening, I'm kind of very busy, right? In trainings for you. So maybe we'll
Yes,
go
sir.
to this initiative soon. Once let me complete that Selenium Java crash course thing in the evening. So, but
Yeah.
meanwhile, whenever we get a time, we'll look into that. Okay. We'll split and, try to do it still. Okay. As part of our regular trainings also, we'll do it. But
Yeah,
what I feel in the coming days is that we need to have a separate time zone where we'll come up with all these challenges, interview questions and all, and try to, interact and create something out of that. That's my plan. Okay. And another initiative I wanted to do is like, programming initiative where how to make programming as a ongoing practice thing. Okay. That's another initiative I would like to talk. And apart from that, there are many other initiatives, like we have to go to other areas like in testing, like APIs and all those stuff. Okay, that will take time. So weekends are the only solutions for me, because this batch will end on the weekdays. Weekdays, the repetition has to be done for the next batch. On weekends, we can do all these kind of R&Ds. That's what I'm planning. So different slots will put on weekends going ahead, and we'll do different initiatives there. Okay, ongoing basis. Okay. So that's a plan I have in my mind, but I'll try to do it. Let's see how it goes. But let's together as a community and all, let's do it. Tomorrow will be like, not tomorrow. So in the coming days, we'll have more people with us and more initiatives will come. And this should be an ongoing learning process for everyone who want to be with us for longer period of times. That's okay. Okay. So let's do something together and make things possible for the community and ourselves. I think yesterday someone has joined. I provided the access also, but who is that person? Yeah, Pooja. Has Pooja not joined today's session? Pooja, you there now? Hello, Pooja. Hello. Hello, Pooja. You there?
Hello, yes, sir.
Yeah, have you joined yesterday?
No, sir.
When did you
Yes, sir.
join?
Hello.
You are the new one, right, to the batch?
Yes, yes.
So, Pooja, here is an update. What we are doing is in the evening hours, we are doing crash course. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you attended any crash course yesterday?
Yesterday was not, but previous 3 classes are I have joined.
Previous 3 classes you have joined, Okay, okay. That
Yeah.
crash course thing.
Yes, yes.
So yesterday was very important class, Pooja. So try to.
Okay, sir.
Is this your email address, Pooja Shedge 2014?
No, no.
No? Okay, I think I was referring someone then.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Fine. Try to watch the yesterday's crash course also. Okay, that's very important. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Fine. I have posted the recording in the WhatsApp group already. You can take that. Okay, fine.
Okay, sir.
No problem. Fine. Okay, this is taking a lot of time. Seamless AI integration, enhanced productivity, installing WPS Office. Okay. Fine. Okay, then what else is left out from my side apart from this? I think that is what you are saying is left out. Okay, I'll close this. Close this paint. I think I have to work on my system. It's been a while I have cleaned my system, so I have to work on it. I think I have to take a separate laptop going ahead for my trainings. This is not working out. I think things are very good enough. Expand and whatever I need are there. There's no extra software. Install failed. Click here to retry. I think this is going to take time. Pawan, is there any way you can share in a Google document? Otherwise, instead of this WPS.
Let me try, sir.
Okay. Can you copy that into the normal Google Drive and share with me? No problem. You can post in the WhatsApp group again. We'll see tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir. Then otherwise, we'll copy those things and we'll paste that in WhatsApp, so that will be fine.
That's also fine. That's also fine. Okay. So just put a heading saying that this is from so and so kind of thing, and then put it. Okay. Then it will be
Okay,
easy.
sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. No, I will post now.
Guys, don't post the code. People have to learn it. Krupal, don't do it. Okay. Don't post the code. Let people try. You just say that I completed the assignment. That's enough. Okay. So other people, it will become. They have to do the assignment by themselves. Don't look into the code and do it, guys. Okay. So fine. Anyhow, that's all for today. So let's meet tomorrow. Today evening for crash course. Anyone have to join for the crash course today evening, like 8 p.m. We have the crash course thing tentatively. Okay. I'll update you on that in the WhatsApp group. So join that and our sessions will continue as usual. Thank you, everyone. See you. Bye.